Hi guys, Ghost Trevin here. I hope you guys are doing well today. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to jump into a game that is still in beta, but it's a single developer who's developing this game. It's called Manor Lords. I'm sure many of you have heard about it and many of you have seen a lot of news about it, but there's been a big update just recently and there's a whole bunch of new things that have been added to the game, and I haven't played it for a really long time, so to be honest with you, I don't even remember how to play it, but we're going to jump into a brand new game and we're going to learn together. So coat of arms, I like to go for something a little bit more cool than just something like that. And then I'm going to go probably a little bit of a darker blue color. I want to be a lady. And her name is Beatrix. I don't really know if I like it very much. I'm going to call her Kayleen, one of my preferred names. Cool, nice coat of arms. And I'm going to continue. Okay, and this is the default game. So it's domination, so we have to win. And the aggressiveness, okay, radio frequency is medium. We've got 2 years of free raiders, so that's okay. Banner camps is 1. This is really good for King's favor, which helps us buy more territory. So it'll definitely help us. And we're starting in spring, so it's all normal and everything seems to be default. But they now have added other maps. So I'd like to try this Winding River map. I think it looks quite cool. And the fact that they've added bridge building to the game, I'd like to build a bridge or a few. So let's jump straight in. I love the music of this game. I love they've updated it now with the new DirectX. So the graphics are better as well. So the first thing I do is I'm just going to pause. We have got a message. It says build up your town, your mate, when you're ready, press claims region. Okay, I'll Knight is that. It's perfect. So this is our sort of basic resources. This is where our homeless people tent. That's just where our little settlement basically begins. And if we zoom out here, you can see we're in this territory, and this gives us an overview of what resources we have in this territory. So we have a rich deposit of berries, which is not very good. And we don't have any other rich deposits. We do have some wild animals over here. We have some stone, only 120. We have 80 clay, and we have 152 iron. So we're going to need to use the iron to make weapons and to give our soldiers the weapons and stuff they need to be able to defend the territory. So it's quite important to have iron. It's nice to have a rich iron deposit in the game initially on the starting map, but we weren't lucky enough this time around. So let's just see if we can do something with what we've been given. Okay, so one of the most important things initially is to make sure that you have food, and also you need to be able to make sure that you have lumber to be able to build anything in the game. So the most important thing is to put a logging camp in. So now the things you need to worry about a logging camp is that they are obviously going to fell the trees in the area, and if you put a logging camp anywhere near your sort of berries or near your wild animals, what it'll do is it'll chase the wild animals from this area to another area. So you don't want to cut away too much of the forestry, and also the logging camp can damage the berries from what I remember. So we need to be careful that we don't chase that away. We can always grow some trees. We have the ability to build a forester's hut, but that's a little bit later on. The most important thing at the moment is where we're going to decide to put our settlement, and you can see by the lines over here that this is a bit of a hill, and this is the road they call it the King's Road in the game, and what that does is that is the main road that runs through the entire map. You can't delete or edit the King's Road, but you can create your own roads off that road. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want to hook up our little encampment to the King's Road. So if we can do just something simple like that and something simple like that, what that does is it puts our supplies on the road, it puts our hitching posts on the road, and our other supplies, and that's where our homeless people are living at the moment. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get another hitching post. I've just got to remember where everything is in this game. Okay, so that's going to give us the ability to bring in another oxen. And what I'm going to do is I want to order another oxen already. So we only start with 50 regional wealth, and I've just spent 20 of it. That'll help us build up our territory and fell trees and move those logs and stuff a lot more quickly. Okay, so we haven't decided where we're going to put that logging camp. So let's decide where we're going to do that. So we've got quite a lot of forestry here, and we've got quite a lot of forestry down here. This is near where our stone is. So I mean, we also going to be probably building our settlement over here. So I'm going to put it along the King's Road over that side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the priority to be the highest. It's the most important thing is to be built. And I'm going to just put the game on to normal speed. And they will start with the hitching post and they will start with the logging camp. Okay, so I want to divide the main section up. So if we just carry on this road, just have a look if we just drive straight through here. Okay, and maybe we can follow the hill around this side. And come around like that. Okay, and so what we need to do is we also need to build our granary and our storehouse. Those are the next two most important things, so we can get all the supplies that are sitting on the ground off the ground as quickly as possible. So I'm going to put this on the main road, and I'm going to put the storehouse on the main road as well. Okay, so you can see, so the builder is starting to walk this way. There's an oxen and he's carrying the first log. It requires 2 in order to be built, so they're going to start building that. That's the highest priority, and then thereafter the hitching post is almost done, and then they'll start worrying about the storehouse and the other things. So I'm just going to speed up the game a little bit, let this be built. I think an oxen needs to bring another log. There's the other log. Okay, so saying our goods are exposed, that's why we have scheduled the building up. So we got our first message. Heard of renown, only seeks to defend my rights, not against those who would wrong me. End conversation. Thanks very much. Okay, so now I'm going to put the game back onto normal speed, and I'm going to assign 2 people to the logging camp. So if you have a look up in the top left here, you have the number of families that live. You have how many houses are available, so we don't have any homes for these people. And you always need to have one person that's unassigned to be able to do any building or any construction that you need inside the settlement. So the rule of thumb is always to have one available and then to do whatever you can to try and manage the resources and manage what people are doing in your little settlement. Especially like at the beginning of the game, you have to micromanage it a little bit more than usual. Okay, so we're going to start thinking about the homes. And what I want to do is I want to pause the game here. So I just want to think if we can... We have our church and we have our like brewery and our entertainment and our stores and everything like in the center here. And what we can do is we can have our first sort of homes off the main. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the course bit. I learned this a little while ago. I just can't remember how to rotate. Oh, yeah, just hold down the left mouse button so you can rotate it. And what you can do is you can put it on the road. I'm just going to put it back a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to go off 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Then I'm going to put the carry with the road down the center here. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And it doesn't really make sense at the moment, but I'll show you why my craziness is. Okay, and then I'm going to just put roads all the way along. Hook it up with that road, and then do the same with this. Okay, and then what you can do is you can remove the first 3. Okay, and then I'm going to build my first homes. but these are going to be very specific homes because this is going to probably be our vegetable garden, and this is probably going to be our orchard. See, it's not great because I want the 2 homesteads, but I also want more space to be able to build. Let's try and make it a little bit bigger, see if that helps. No, it doesn't like that at all. Oh man. Okay, I think that's about as best as I'm going to get it. Let's see if we can get slightly better this side. I don't think we have enough anything to be able to resources because the game is paused. So pause. So I can immediately get rid of that. I can get rid of that. Okay, then we can pause these. There's no way that they're going to construct that at all. And then this is obviously bad. So we're going to just wait because we need a little bit of wood. So I'm just going to speed up the game a little bit. Got 10 stone and 10 tools, but we've got no logging going on at the moment. Okay, it's just quite slow. So I'm going to put another person on it for now. Just speed up that process. And actually, we need to get our supplies off the ground. So I'm going to do that rather. So I've assigned one person to the granary and one person to the storehouse. So they'll go and go fetch the supplies and get them off the ground. Running out of food. Okay, we've got nobody like doing anything with food at the moment. Our first house is getting built. We have got some logs now. There you go. So that's a much better version of what we wanted to do. Okay, so that should build the other house. And then what we need is just not needed getting some food. Otherwise we're going to start running into problems. I'm going to make this high priority. I'm going to say, come guys, come build this quickly. And I think we did have meat as well. Yeah, we do. So we can actually create hunting grounds as a hunting camp as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that a little bit closer to the hunting grounds. And I'm just going to run a road. Okay, so let's get this up and running. So the forager hut is going to start foraging these berries. These berries are seasonal, so we want to try and get that built as quickly as we can. And I want to get these other houses coming in as well. This is terrible. Well, it doesn't work as well as it used to. I honestly remember it being a lot better than that. That's terrible. Maybe because it's on a hill. I mean, that's perfect. But the other one's not great at all. Okay, so we need somebody to be assigned to that. So let's get a forager going. Those are our 2 hitching posts, and I think all our supplies have been picked up off the ground. Because we're going into April, okay, and we've got 2 months of food, so that's a serious problem. We have to get somebody out there as quickly as possible as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take somebody out of the granary because those supplies have been picked up off the ground. Let's get 2 people picking berries. Okay, there we go. We've got 4 months of food. And we really need to have this get built.
Hey, you! No slacking off.
I'm shouting at him. Okay, perfect. So we've got somebody hunting. And we don't have enough houses yet. But they're coming along. Okay, so this, because it's built a big plot like this, I can expand the homestead, so I can have 2 houses on the same property. Okay, so we've got 9 months of food, so our pantry is almost full, and we've got nobody at the granary, so let's put somebody back at the granary so they can go start fetching that food. Okay, we are going to need water, but the water, as far as I remember, you have to put on water. This is where the water supply is, and it's far away from my settlement, which is really silly. I should not have done that. I'll put it there for now. Just make sure we don't ever destroy our berries. There we go. Our first little houses are in. Looking pretty good. Okay, if you hold down tab, you can see what the status of the building is. You can see how many people are living there, what their requirements are. You can see where the oxen are bringing the logs. But now we have all our people housed, and we do have water coming soon. Okay, and the next thing we are going to need to worry about is creating firewood, because we are going to need firewood for the winter season. And we use it to fuel quite a lot of things. So I'm going to get a woodcutter's hut, and I'm going to put it opposite the storehouses. So it's very easy for them to just pop across the way. And what we want to do is we want to get our approval rating over 50%, which should change very soon because people do now have homes, but they do remember that they were homeless. And we've just had our first resources stolen by nearby bandits as well. No, we can't do much about that, unfortunately. But at the moment, we don't even have an army. Okay, so we have our well in place. A little bit of a way to come and fetch water. I don't know if I like this road. So if you hold down Alt, you can actually just remove the road completely. I wasn't using it for anything else, so our settlement can be out this way. Okay, and then I want to spend a little bit of money, our last 30, and I want to put in vegetable spots. So what they will start doing is they'll start growing vegetables in their backyards, and that'll start producing an additional food source for us. Because as I said to you, the berries are seasonal, so when we go into winter, it's going to be more of a problem for us. Okay, so our woodcutters lodge, we really need to get people coming in. They're just still not happy about the fact that they were homeless for a while. And we are going to need to worry about a saw pit as well. So I'm going to get the saw pit built. I'm going to build that next to the lumber yard or the lumber camp. And I'm going to put a forester's hut here as well. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grow the trees back in this area. And then it's going to become a recyclable area where I can grow the trees and cut them down and grow the trees and cut them down. So the rain is definitely coming in. Glad that the people are homeless. I mean, that the people are not homeless anymore. They have houses. Even out in the gardens working in the rain. And we have our granary, our storehouse. All our supplies are nicely tucked away. The woodcutter's lodge. We need to assign somebody to a woodcutter's lodge. I'll take somebody off the granary for now. And I'm going to start chopping some wood. Because we only have 4 months supply left, so that's not great. But food, we now have 11 months, so we're fine on food for now. You'll see the berries will be going into autumn soon. September, July, August, September. So 2 more months. We'll be in autumn and then winter. Then the berries will be unavailable to us. So I think 2 plots should be more than enough. We don't have any more money anyways, but it's nice to have the vegetables already starting to get grown and planted and etc. etc. Okay, so we're just going to keep this logging camp going. We have 21 lumber. We are going to need to build a church because they are going to need a few requirements. So the houses they need stalls, and they need a church, and they need the water. So we've already given them the water. So the next thing we are going to need to do is give them the stalls, and we'll have to give them a church as well. So that'll increase our approval rating. But in order to get any more people to move into the city or into the little settlement at the moment, we need to get that approval rating over 50%. So, I want to expand. I don't want to get into the berries. The berries are going to need to be kept here and looked after. I can't believe they just stole some of our fuel. That's really not cool. Okay, Foresters Hut's not needed at the moment. Sawpit's not really needed at the moment. Maybe we should just try and get a little bit of something going. Okay, so there needs to be somebody. So we'll just take somebody off the logging camp. Somebody needs to guide the oxen. There we go. We should get our first planks. And I can't remember what the church requires. Let's see. It requires 20 of them and 10 stone. We do have some stone in our storage. But 10 stone exactly. So it gives us just enough to be able to build the church as well. I'm thinking of putting the church over here. Abandoned camp was sighted. Okay, and we've got no way of going after them. We're certainly not strong enough to even think about that at the moment. Okay, we're doing fine on food. We're doing fine on fuel. Our fuel's picking up. Our approval rating, they still remember the homelessness. They really need to learn to get over that. It's been a while since they've been homeless. We've got more than enough planks, so I'm going to just turn that off for now, get the logging going again. And we can think about a couple of things. So we can think about our church. So if you're coming in off the main road, do you want your church kind of out there? Okay, so we're getting the church coming in. The construction is actually on fast speed as well, so let's just see how this comes in. We've got space for 2 additional houses. I think we can upgrade that one as well. Okay, and this I'm not gonna worry about right now. We don't need more vegetable garden. Should be more than enough for us. Okay, they're bringing in the goods, they're bringing in the stone. I just want to get our approval rating of 50%. And this church will be built pretty quickly. So we only have the 2 oxen, so they excuse me, they're going to be upgrading there as well. Menace keep stealing our resources, man. We need the leather. I'm sure, oh, they don't have enough planks. I'm sure there were more than enough planks, otherwise it wouldn't have let us construct it.
Bring this here, move that there.
See, here comes winter.
Look, this is heavier than it looks.
Okay, we've got 17 months of wood. I think we've got more than enough. We have more than enough timber for now. Okay, saw pit. I don't know if we need to convert any more just yet. We'll just see how it goes. But we've got enough food. We've got 13 months of food. We're going to need a priest now anyways. So let me just do a road around.
Just give me a hammer and something that is not move.
Oh, our church is coming to be. Absolutely awesome. So let's get a priest in place. And that'll give us another requirement of what they need, which is fantastic. Okay, so we've only really got berries and we've got a little bit of meat. I don't know if we're going to have to worry about the vegetables for now. But, okay, so church levels +1. So that's definitely helping us. But they're still upset about the unemployment, which is funny because they've been employed for a while now. Well, they've had houses for a while now. Okay, and I'm going to click on this advanced tab here and I'm going to set the work area. And I think if you hold down control, you can change the size. So what I want him to do is start planting trees in that radius. See, so there's no need for the berries because the berries are not there anymore. But because it is a richer deposit, what we can do is we can probably make dyes, and we can probably trade dyes, and that's where we can probably make our revenue from, and we can probably buy all the other things we need. We do need like a bit of an army or something because they are still hurting us. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of what else we're going to need. So they are going to need their first bit of clothing, and they can get that from the tannery. So I'm going to put the tannery. We don't have enough. Okay, so let's get the forester back out. Sorry, dude. Get the saw pit going again. And we've got the priest in there. Okay, and we're going to need to make clothing stores and stuff. So, okay, so now that we've got 3 homes available and our approval rating is finally over 50%, we should have people start soon moving into our little town. And I'm just going to try and think where we're going to put the market. So we want the market to be basically in the center. Where do we do the market again? There. Okay, so I mean, if we kind of do it in front of the church.
Only 2 toes left, and my wife says she'll go and live with old Tom and 6 toes.
I mean, 28 plots I think is quite a lot. Should probably more than enough for what we need. Okay. This is our well, so I'm going to put a road around that as well. We can upgrade that. We just need some stone. We've already got a food store in place, and really need people to move into our city. Don't need 51 planks, that's for sure. Okay. And storehouse. So there'll be 2 stores that get created. Perfect, perfect. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to build the tannery. Woodcutter, how's we doing? We've got fuel for 17 months and food. We're doing okay. We're starting to distribute our food to our population. Look at that. Happy, happy, happy days. I think we've had our first person move in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to assign them to the tannery so they can start making leather, and that accounts for the first thing of clothing, and that covers this requirement here. We can do that. And they'll start selling it in the marketplace, and then that requirement will be met. So if I take the priest out, because I say we need him for somewhere else, then does the church? No, there just has to be a church. I'm still worried about the homelessness. These people must learn to live and forget, man. Okay, only 10 months of food. But we do have our first... Oh, look at that. So the requirements we've met, but settlement level required. Okay, so we need another burgage plot. Roaming the nearby lands, we track their steps, track their movements. Okay, so basically in a year, 365 days, I think we're going to get raided for the first time, and we have no way of defending ourselves at the moment. Oh my word, but what we'll do is we'll leave that for next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll bring you more videos like this, and you'll get to see more videos like this. So hope you have a good day, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, bye-bye.